I'm the Global Runner, and today I'm going to do a review of these, the On Cloudsurfer, after 650 kilometers. I've run 404 miles in these, which is exactly 650 kilometers, and I'm going to give you my thoughts and show you the wear and tear on these. So straight in, spoiler alert, I love this shoe to the extent that I just bought a new pair. There they are, brand new, Christmas gift to myself, the On Cloudsurfers for 200 Canadian dollars. So the good thing about that is we can do a comparison of these ones after 650 kilometers with these ones which are brand new. So as you can see, I've got exactly the same pair of shoes. Hopefully you can see that these are the old ones and these are the brand new pair. I haven't worn them straight out the box. So straight away you can see that this pair, the old pair, have tolerated the mileage really well. Like sometimes in Nike shoes I see that the glue starts separating on this front bit. That hasn't happened at all on these. We've lost a little bit of the foam there, but not a ton. And when you compare it with the brand new ones, you can see that that's got a little bit of sort of extra grip on it, but not a massive amount of degradation after a serious amount of miles. The front has barely seen any degradation at all. You can see that they've been used quite a bit, but you really can't see any scuffing, excessive scuffing on the underneath of the shoe after 650 kilometers. So that is really good. Now in terms of the cushioning, it's an interesting cushioning system because you don't really see it degrade like you do. Like, you know, when you see in some of the Nike shoes, you can see the creasing and you can see that it's collapsed. You don't get that with this, obviously, because it's see-through in the middle. So I think it's a bit more difficult to judge when they have completely degraded or run out of their bounce. And for a little while now, I've been thinking, oh, maybe they're too old, maybe they've run out of their bounce. But they just keep going. And I do think these have got at least another 100 kilometers in them. So that's a really good, durable shoe. For $200, if you're getting 650 kilometers out of them, I'd say you've done really well. And when you compare them to the brand new ones, again, there's not a ton. I mean, I guess these have been degraded a bit in the old ones, but you would expect that, and I think they degraded quite quickly. So really, the cushioning has just held way better than I was expecting. So the ride of the shoe I've really enjoyed. I've used this from everything. It's only 250 grams or thereabouts, so you can use them for pretty much every run. I've used these for a 24-mile long run, and I've also used them for some tempo efforts and even some 1 minute on, 1 minute off efforts. And they're a really good shoe. They cover everything. They also look great. Like, I'm always looking for that shoe that you could take on holiday and not need another pair of shoes. And if you are only doing road running or flat surface running, because of course the grip is not extreme, then this shoe would be perfect. You could wear them with a pair of jeans and you could wear them on almost any run. I did mention the grip underneath not being extreme, but I have been using them outside on some of the snow and ice that's out there. And I think it's because of the large surface area, they're actually not that bad on snow and ice. There's a lot of ground contact, and I think that really helps. And, you know, we've got a few of the grooves here, which also help. But I think that really helps with the grip when you're on snow and ice. So a thumbs up on all fronts on this shoe. I've really enjoyed it. It's been a good ride. It's been firm. It's been responsive. It's been soft enough, but not too soft. I really can't say enough about this shoe. It's the first shoe in a long time that I've bought a second pair of. But it is not all rainbows and lollipops. This shoe has a couple of flaws which were quite significant, and one of them I nearly didn't buy the shoe again because of it. So the first flaw is the squeak these shoes made for a very long time. On my first run video in these shoes, I noticed a squeak, and it wasn't too bad and it would come and go, but between miles about 50 and 200 in this shoe, The squeak was just embarrassing. I was walking around London and people were turning round to look at me because they couldn't believe the noise that these shoes were making. It was beyond just a little sort of, little bit of noise. It was it was embarrassing. It was like you were stepping on 100 mice every time you moved, which was really, really embarrassing. They wear out of that. And so after about 200 miles, they stopped squeaking, which was great. And so from that point on, I really enjoyed the shoe. I did speak to my friend at Strides Running Store who sold me the shoe, and he spoke to the tech at On, or the rep at On, and he said that there's an issue when the shoe gets wet, they tend to squeak, and he suggested putting a bit of sand in these to just sort of rough them up a bit, or putting baby powder in. Now, I didn't do either, so maybe that's on me. Although I did put a bit of gravel in at one point and it did sort the issue out, but I understand that they've heard about the issue and they're rectifying the issue where they've got this machine with the new shoes. I'm not sure if my shoes are new enough, but they sort of scuff up the inside of this to prevent the squeaking when you're moving along in them. So we'll see if that improves with my new pair. And then the second thing I would note, and this is not a big issue, and this is not staged, and you can see we've got a visitor, we've got a guest, we've got a stowaway along for the ride. That can happen. Again, I don't want to overstate that. I have not had too many problems with that at all. So there's my review of the On Cloudsurfer following 650 kilometers or 404 miles, and a comparison against the brand new pair that I just bought. And I have to say, these are a fantastic shoe that I would highly recommend. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you've used these. Let me know if these are a pair of shoes that you've enjoyed. Let me know if you haven't enjoyed them. Let me know if you've used other On shoes and whether or not you've had as much luck with them as I have with these. I guess the comparison would be against the Eclipse if you wanted a bigger shoe. I'm not sure why I would need the Eclipse over these. I think these can go as far as the Eclipse would, although of course I haven't tried that. So let me know what you think. Comment below. Please feel free to subscribe. Please mash the like button, and I'll see you on the next one.